Hi, good morning everyone and welcome to IELTS Speaking Eloquence. This is me, 𝗁𝗲𝐻𝐿𝐲 from the 𝐂𝐚𝐥𝐥 Academy. So I hope all of you are having a really good time and all of you are safe and sound as well. So yes, welcome back to another live segment where we'll be discussing the part 2 and part 3 of IELTS Speaking along with the sample answers. So usually I come with one sample answer for the cue card explanation, but today we'll be looking into two sample answers. So yes, whatever the topic that we are going to discuss, I'll be showing you two different ways to attend this particular exam, this topic. Okay, after that we'll be dealing with the part 2 questions, and I have prepared 6 questions along with the sample answer for that as well. So the entire idea of the live segment is to make you understand these are the different ways through which you can attend a given card. So you will get more ideas about, okay, if this is my question, this is how I can attend, or this is one of the references I can follow. Along with this, I have made sure that I've added good vocabulary, good sentence structures, grammar structures, so you can make note of all these points, and later whenever you get time or whenever you come across a similar point like this where you have to speak about a similar topic or a similar situation, you can try to use it into your presentation, and you have to see whether it is easier for you to merge it together and present it properly. Okay, so yes, having said that, let's start with the live segment. So I'll just give you a brief about how we will be doing it. First, we'll start with the part 2. So I'll be showing you the cue card, and after that you'll be given 1 minute time to have a quick look through the cue card points so that you can think about, okay, which topic should I be talking about, or what are the points that I can use to elaborate, or do I have any extra ideas to put here, which vocabulary can I use here. So you can plan all these things during this 1 minute. Okay, after that I'll take you through the sample answers, and then I'll also show you the certain vocabulary that I have prepared with the meaning, so you can have a look at that and you can make a note of it. Okay, so yes, so let's start with the live segment. Over to the screen you can see the cue card, and remember you have 1 minute to prepare. Alright, so welcome back everyone. So I hope you have gone through the points and got an idea about what would be an accurate topic that you can elaborate here. So let's discuss this one by one, or each point by one point. So let's read the question. Okay, so describe a place where you have taken photos more than once. So you have to talk about a place where you have taken photos multiple times. You should say where the place is. First of all, we have to say where this place is, and then you have to say when you took the photos. Okay, then you have to say what special features the photos taken there have, and explain why you have been there more than once to take photos. So these are the different points that you have to elaborate in this particular segment. Okay, so now let's move on to the sample answer. I'll show you how you can have the introduction. I'll show you how you can move into each point one by one, and then we will look at the vocabulary that I have used there with the meaning of it. Okay, so let's move on to sample answer number 1. So you can make notes as and when we are discussing these things. Okay, so yes, let's start with the discussion. So you can see the sample answer given here. One place where I have taken photos multiple times is Central Park in New York City. The park is an iconic green space situated in the heart of Manhattan, and it offers a perfect escape from the hustle and bustle of the city. The first time I visited Central Park was in the summer of 2018 during a trip with my family. The second time was last autumn when I went there with some friends to enjoy the fall foliage. Central Park is filled with numerous picturesque spots such as the Bow Bridge, Bethesda Terrace, and the Ramble. Each of these locations has its own charm and unique features. The photos I have taken there are special because they capture a blend of natural beauty and urban elements. In the summer, the park is lush and vibrant with green trees and colorful flowers creating a serene atmosphere. On the other hand, in the fall, the foliage transforms into stunning shades of red, orange, and yellow, making it a photographer's dream. So this is the basic introductory paragraph and the topic description that I'm going to use for my speaking test. So how did I start? I just started by saying one place where I've taken photos multiple times. So your question is more than one time. So I'm just saying have taken multiple times is Central Park in New York City. Any place, okay? I just prefer this place. So the park is an iconic green space situated in the heart of Manhattan. So I'm just expanding more about the location, more details regarding the place. And it offers a perfect escape from the hustle and bustle of the city. So hustle and bustle, this is a very good usage that you can try to describe something like the busy lifestyle of a city kind of a thing. Okay, so I have prepared the meanings and details for each of the vocabulary that we will be discussing. So after we go through each point, I'll take you through the vocabulary so you can make a note of it. The first time I visited Central Park was in the summer of 2018 during a trip with my family. So I'm giving more details. Whenever the first time I went there, and if I have to go there multiple times, of course I'll be visiting that again. So I'm going to say the second time was last autumn when I went there with some friends to enjoy the fall foliage. Central Park is filled with numerous picturesque spots such as the Bow Bridge, the Bethesda Terrace, and the Ramble. Each of these locations has its own charm and unique features. The photos I have taken, they are special because they capture a blend of natural beauty and urban elements. In the summer, the park is lush and vibrant with trees and colorful flowers creating a serene atmosphere. On the other hand, in the fall, the foliage transforms into stunning shades of red, orange, and yellow, making it a photographer's dream. So now let's have a look at the comments that I prepared for each of the vocabulary that we have seen here. So yes, you can make a note of all these points. I hope it is visible to you guys. So first, let's look at hustle and bustle. So hustle and bustle, it refers to busy and frenetic activity or movement typically involving a lot of people and noise. So that is what a city is, right? It's not just like a village. It will be crowded. There will be a lot of people. There will be a lot of noise coming out from vehicles, industries, no matter what. Okay. It often describes a lively, energetic, and sometimes chaotic atmosphere. So that is what is hustle and bustle. So I hope you guys understood the point. You can make a note of it and you can understand the meaning. You can use it anywhere where it is suitable. Okay, hustle and bustle is used to refer some place which is busy and frenetic activity or movement is happening there. So typically involving a lot of people and noise. It often describes a lively, energetic, and sometimes chaotic atmosphere. Okay, so that is with hustle and bustle. Another word we saw in this segment is picturesque. Picturesque means visually attractive, especially in a quaint or charming way. It describes scenes that are so beautiful and pleasant to look at that they resemble a picture or painting. You know, if you have to describe something that is very beautiful, it look like a painting or something that has been already visualized in front of you, maybe like something from the internet or some picture that you have seen or some painting that you have seen. You can use this particular word to describe that. So that is a second word. Let's look at the next word that we have used in this particular speaking, which is lush and vibrant. So let's see what is lush and let's see what is vibrant. Lush means which is richly abundant in growth, especially with regard to vegetation, characterized by luxuriant, dense and healthy plant life. So whenever you have to speak about a place which is crowded with a lot of greens, you can say lush. Vibrant, full of energy and life, lively or bright in color, giving a strong, vivid impression. So that is the meaning of vibrant. Okay, so yes, let's also look at another word which is not quite familiar. Maybe you might not be using this word quite often, but let's see. We know the fall season, right? We know how the trees shed the leaves and come up with a new leaf or look bare. So you can explain that situation as foliage. Foliage refers to the leaves of plants collectively. It includes all the leaves on a plant, tree or in a particular area. Okay, so this is called foliage. So these are the different vocabulary or the different words that we have used in this particular segment to describe these points or describe the main two topics. Okay, so now let's move on with the topic and see further discussion about the subtopics that we have. One of my favorite photos was taken at Bow Bridge during sunset. The golden light reflecting on the water and the bridge created a magical scene. Another memorable shot was at the Bethesda Terrace, where I managed to capture the intricate details of the architecture with the fall colors in the background. I have been to Central Park multiple times to take photos for several reasons. Firstly, every season offers a different kind of beauty. The park changes so dramatically with the seasons that it feels like a new place each time I visit. Secondly, Central Park is incredibly vast and there are always new areas to explore and photograph. Each visit allows me to discover new spots and angles that I hadn't seen before. Lastly, Central Park has a lively atmosphere with people engaging in various activities which makes for interesting candid shots and adds life to my photos. Overall, Central Park is a place that continuously inspires me to take my camera out and capture its ever-changing beauty. So I just gave more details about the first photo or my favorite photo that I have taken, and I just mentioned what was the beauty of it, where I took it. Yeah, that is what you can see in the first paragraph in this slide. After that, I have explained more details about why I like taking photos multiple times in the Central Park. So I explained about the kind of beauty the place has, how the park changes based on the different seasons, and secondly, I also noted or I pointed out the point that this park is incredibly vast. There are a lot of areas to explore and photograph. So every time I visit there, I kind of like come up or find a new place, a new angle, a new spot where I can explore. So it never fails, to make you very happy or never fails to impress you or shock you with the different places that is hidden. Okay, so that's a point that I'm going to explain in this last paragraph. Okay, so I have a point which I've used in this particular speaking test, which is intricate. Okay, this is the word that we are going to look into in this particular slide, which is intricate. Intricate details refer to complex finely detailed elements that are carefully arranged or designed. It describes features that are elaborate and require close attention to appreciate fully. So something which is detailed, okay, that means you have picked out all the relevant details you need to explain that point. Intricate details means everything is absolutely explained. They're finely crafted, finely detailed point. So you can see in the paragraph, I have used it with this particular area. Another remarkable shot was at the 𝐵𝐵𝐺 terrace, where I managed to capture the intricate details, which means every minute detail of what? Of the architecture. So I'm just saying, okay, I actually go through the entire thing there. I watched everything, I observed everything very carefully, and I captured all the minute details. So I can use the word intricate details to describe this particular thing. Okay, so I hope it is clear to you guys. So this is with the sample 1 answer. So now let's move into sample 2. Yes, sample 2 starts like this. A place where I have taken photos more than once is the beach in Santa Monica, California. Santa Monica Beach is a popular destination located along the coast of the Pacific Ocean, known for its scenic beauty and iconic pier. My first visit to this beach was during a family vacation in 2017, and I returned last year on a solo road trip along the California coast. Santa Monica Beach offers incredible views of the ocean, the famous Santa Monica Pier with its amusement park and breathtaking sunsets. The photos I have taken there are unique because they capture the essence of the beach's lively and vibrant atmosphere. During the day, the beach is bustling with activity, and the bright sunlight creates a perfect setting for capturing the fun and excitement of beachgoers. In contrast, the evening sunsets paint the sky with vibrant hues of orange, pink and purple, creating a serene and almost magical ambience. So this particular slide is not very complicated. You can see the words that most of us often use, and we might be very familiar with this as well. So let's go through each line one by one and try to understand the meaning in a little bit detailed way. Okay, so a place where I have taken photos more than once. So I'm just starting with my topic statement. My question is, you have to describe a place where you have taken photos more than once, right? So I just started by saying a place where I have taken photos more than once is the beach in Santa Monica, California. I just gave out the place name. Santa Monica Beach is a popular destination located along the coast of the Pacific Ocean, known for its scenic beauty and iconic pier. My first visit to this beach was during a family vacation in 2017, and I returned last year on a solo road trip along the California coast. Santa Monica Beach offers incredible views of the ocean, the famous Santa Monica Pier with its amusement park and breathtaking sunsets. So breathtaking, these words are not very uncommon. These are very common with IELTS students. I'm pretty sure you guys might be already knowing it. The photos I have taken there are unique because they capture the essence of the beach's lively and vibrant atmosphere. During the day, the beach is bustling with activity. We just saw this word bustle, hustle and bustle in the previous one too, but here I just used bustle, and the format is also different, bustling with activity, and the bright sunlight creates a perfect setting for capturing the fun and excitement of beachgoers. In contrast, the evening sunsets, so I just explained the day and the evening. Okay, so in contrast, the evening sunsets paint the sky with vibrant hues. So this term is also familiar, okay, because whenever you edit some photos, you can see this hues, saturation points. Okay, these words are very familiar for you guys. So hues means colors. Okay, hues of orange, pink and purple, creating a serene and almost magical ambience. So this is the intro part. I'm going to explain this is a place and why this place is kind of like very attractive, and then I'm going to include more details for that. So let's move on to the next slide where you can see more details about this topic. So one of the most cherished photos was taken during sunset. The sun was dipping below the horizon, casting a warm glow over the water and illuminating the pier in the background. The silhouettes of people walking along the beach added a sense of tranquility to the scene. Another memorable photo was taken from the Ferris wheel on the pier, capturing a panoramic view of the coastline and the city beyond. I have been drawn to Santa Monica Beach for photography multiple times because each visit offers something new and captivating. The dynamic environment with its mix of natural beauty and human activity provides endless opportunities for interesting and diverse shots. Additionally, the changing light throughout the day transforms the landscape, allowing for creative experimentation with different lighting conditions. Lastly, the beach holds sentimental value for me, reminding me of happy times spent with family and the peaceful moments of solitude during my solo trip. The combination of these factors makes Santa Monica Beach a place I always look forward to photographing. You see how I'm finishing that? Because my question itself is, why is this place a beautiful place to take photos? The meaning was like that. So that's the reason why I'm concluding by saying the combination of all these factors, whatever I have discussed so far, makes this place somewhere that I always look forward to photograph. Okay, so yes, let's look into a couple of comments that I've added in this particular slide as well, so that you can make a note of it. So let's see the comment section and have a look at the vocabulary. Okay, so first word is illuminating the pier in the background. So I've used that here, illuminating, which means providing light to the pier, making it visible or highlighting. So illuminating means you're highlighting something with a bright light. This can refer to a light source that makes the pier stand out or be noticeable against its background. So that is the meaning of illuminating. Okay, so illuminating means I just explained that the sun was dipping. So during the sunset, the light kind of like is very bright. So instead of saying that it was a very bright sunset, I'm just saying it illuminated the pier in the background, which means there's a pier along with the amusement park. So I'm saying it illuminated. It was illuminating it. So which means it is making it more bright. Okay, next one, silhouette. Silhouettes are dark shapes or outlines of people or objects seen against a brighter background. Okay, so we can kind of like think about the shadows or reflections, kind of like the light reflections. Okay, so you can say silhouettes are dark shapes or outlines of people or objects seen against a brighter background. So when this sunset is happening, there is a bright light which is illuminating everything. So in this bright light, the people are standing opposite to it, they're facing it. So yes, we can see the silhouettes of these people, the darker objects or this shadow kind of a thing. Next one, tranquility. This is also good word, and if you have been following the live sessions frequently, you can see that I use it quite often. Okay, the only reason I'm repeating these points is that so that you will learn it, you will get used to these words, you will understand it very well, you will understand the different usages, the different places you can put it into place. So it will kind of like get fixed into your mind so that it will be easier for you to use it next time. So what do you mean by tranquility? It means a state of peacefulness and calm. It describes an environment of feeling that is free from disturbance or stress. So most often for the IELTS speaking cue card, you do get questions like this. Describe a time where you went for a good trip, or describe a place where you find a very beautiful, or describe something that makes you happy. So in certain questions, wherever you have to say something about it's kind of like distressing, it makes me calm, it makes me very happy, you can use this word tranquility. Tranquility, it actually means you're describing something that is very peaceful and calm. Okay, that's a state of being peaceful and calm. So that is tranquility. Now another phrase. This is also a common phrase that I kind of like repeat in most of the part 2 answers, which is I have been drawn to, which means I'm attracted. Okay, so I've been drawn to means you have been attracted to or strongly interested in something. It suggests a natural inclination or fascination with a particular thing or idea. So this is also a phrase which can be used in almost all type of your part 2 speaking test. The reason being, you get these types of questions. There would be one part, I think most of the time there would be this part in your question, like they're asking you why you find it interesting or why this is attractive, okay, like why you are interested in it, why you are fond of it. So you can say, I've been drawn to it, I am drawn to it. Okay, these are all different ways of explaining this. Drawn to, that is the main word. Okay, drawn to means you're attracted. Okay, so yes, you can try this. Instead of simply saying I'm attracted to this, I'm very fond of this, I'm kind of like interested in it, you can say I've been drawn to it, I am drawn to it because of its so and so features. Okay, so these are the different words you can note. So we learned like 8, not 8, we have learned like 9 or 10 different words in this particular slide. Not just this slide, this entire part 2, sample 1 and sample 2 answers. Make a note of all these words because this will come in handy. This will be very effective and useful for you guys. Whenever you do your one-to-one segments, you can use these words there. Okay, and another thing is, make sure you note this, you understand the meaning. After you learn something like this, a new word or a new structure or a phrase, put some time or put some effort or invest yourself in trying to understand the different usages or trying to find out whether you understand how can I use it in different situations or different sentences. Learn it first, practice it first, and then try to use it while you're doing the one-to-one sessions, or maybe you can try it with your friends or with your colleagues. Okay, so that you are kind of like getting used to the word. You're kind of like getting understanding, or you're kind of like getting used to the word means you're kind of like getting clear with the idea. You're making it a part of your life. You can talk very well, you will understand all the points, so and so make sure whenever you're learning something new, you put it into practice. Okay, try to use that in your daily conversation, daily life conversations. All right, so now that's with the sample answers of part 2. I hope it is clear to everyone. So now let's move on to the part 3. So part 3 is your follow-up questions, right? The follow-up questions with sample answers. So you can see the questions on screen here. What is the first question? Do you like to take photos? That is your first question. Do you like to take photos? So what is the answer that I'm going to say? You can see the sample answer. You will be having a different answer too. Okay, so whatever is your perception, whatever is your opinion, feel free to express that. Absolutely yes. I love taking pictures every day with my smartphone and like to share them with my friends. There is an app called Snapchat on which I regularly send pictures to my friends about the things that I'm doing, and they also do the same. I find photos fascinating ways to capture moments and information. Okay, a very neat and crisp explanation, right? So there are people who don't like taking photos too, but there are some people who like to take photos of others, not themselves. Okay, so you can explain all these points. Yes, I like to take photos, or I find it interesting to take photos, but not mine. Okay, I like to capture others or very beautiful images that I've seen in front of me, or I like to take pictures of buildings. Some people are interested in taking pictures of buildings, maybe good architecture or something like that. Some people are very interested in taking pictures of beautiful scenes, like sceneries, topical fascinated points. Okay, so you will be interested in that, so you can explain about that point. So whatever point you have, if you like it or not like it, you can support it. So I'm pretty sure there won't be a person who hasn't taken a picture, right? So you can explain that. Or if you have no idea, if you don't do it, if you feel like, okay, I'm a person who's always out of focus, I can't take a clearer picture, but I would like to learn about it, you can give an answer like that too. Okay, so yes, there would be different perceptions, there would be different answers, there would be different experiences. You can put that into the right place and you can come up with the proper answer there. Okay, so yes, absolutely yes, I love taking pictures every day with my smartphone and like to share them with my friends. There is an app called Snapchat on which I regularly send pictures to my friends about the things that I'm doing, and they also do the same. I find photos fascinating ways to capture moments and information. Now, let's look at the second question. Where do people often like to take photos? Where do people often like to take photos? Again, this can have multiple answers, multiple points as well. So let's see what is the sample answer saying. people enjoy taking photos in scenic locations like beautiful landscapes or interesting buildings. Special occasions like birthday parties or holidays are also popular times to capture memories. So this answer is an answer of a majority side, but there would be a different answer too. So the question is also where do people often like to take photos? So that is also the majority question, okay? Like people, where do people usually do it? Like often they take pictures, okay? So if you have an extra idea or if you have a different point, you can say that. So if you want to compare it like that too, like usually in the earlier times people you'd like to take pictures in the points that we have discussed here, but right now there are a lot of people, that is not just a minority, that is also a majority of people who like wildlife photography, okay? Or there are a lot of people who like to take portraits in the street, okay? So you can talk about the different developments or advancements or changes, not advancements, the changes that has been happening, okay? You can compare it and you can speak about that too, okay? So that is another sample answer you can try here. Now let's have a look at the next one. Who would like to take photos more often, young people or older people? So this is a comparison with young people and older people, and I'm pretty sure you guys know the answer to that, right? So yes, let's see the sample answer here. I think it depends on the individual. Social media has made photo sharing popular among young people, but many older people enjoy taking photos on trips or with loved ones too. Okay, so you can also speak about the advancement of technology, the incoming or the innovations in the gadgets. So you can talk about the technology knowledge as well. Okay, so there are some people who still use the film cameras. There are a lot of people still use that. There are a lot of people who use the digital cameras. There are a lot of people who take photos just with a phone. So yes, you can talk about that. And we are not categorizing or we are not just generalizing it by saying it is just the young people who are doing it. No, it depends. It's not age bound. It can be anyone with that passion. So you can mention that point there. Okay, so now let's look at the next question. Would you pay a lot of money to hire a photographer? Again, yeah, that's an interesting question. We can see a trend right now, like, be it a function, be it a wedding, or be it a new baby, like newborn baby photo shoot or a maternity shoot, bridal shower, whatnot. So you can speak about all those points. So this question is generally to you, like they're asking, would you pay a lot of money to hire a photographer? So I believe that for special events like a wedding, hiring a professional photographer can be worthwhile to ensure high quality photos you will treasure forever. For everyday snapshots, most people wouldn't spend a lot. Okay, so you can speak for yourself. You can say, well, I would personally won't spend a lot of money to hire a photographer. But if it is a function like a wedding or any other gathering, if I need to cherish the moments and think about this in the future, I will definitely pay to hire a photographer. But at the same time, I will make sure they're affordable. I will not be spending a lot of money for them. Okay, so you can come up with your own personal opinions for that. All right, so I hope it is clear to you guys. Let's move on to the next set of questions. Do you think being a photographer is a good job? Do you think being a photographer is a good job? The sample answer says, in my opinion, being a photographer can be a great job for creative people who enjoy capturing special moments and telling stories through images. However, it can also be competitive and require long hours. Yes, it is very competitive field. There are a lot of people who are in this field, so it requires a lot of talent, a lot of skill, a lot of creativity and patience to be a good photographer. Okay, so you can mention all these points there. And the last question, on what occasions do people need formal photos? That's a very simple question. So you can say formal photos are typically taken for professional purposes like headshots for a resume or business profile. They might also be needed for official documents like passports or identification cards. Pretty simple. That is when you take a professional photos or a formal photos. Okay, maybe it can be even for academic purposes. There is something like the classroom photos or the college photos. So yes, you can talk about that. Maybe it is for a magazine and things like that. So you can talk about the formal settings wherever it requires you to give a formal photo and talk about that point as well. Okay, so yes, these are the different set of sample questions and sample answers. I hope you understand this. So we discussed the part 1 question, which was this. Again, we saw 2 different sample answers. We also noted a lot of vocabulary today. I showed you the meaning with the writing there, so it was easier for you to connect with it. Just because it is written there, it will be easier for you to understand it in a much better way, and you can make a note of it so that you can refer it in the future, because I have given the meaning, the exact definition there, so it will be easier for you to understand the next time. Okay, so make sure you refer to all these things and you take some time to understand, okay, this is the meaning of this word, and think about the different questions that you can expect in which you can put these words. Okay, think about the different contexts that you can get, and think about the places where these words will be suitable, and then try to put that into a sentence and try it with your friends or colleagues, whoever you find it very comfortable with to talk to. So make sure you have a practice of it, habit of practicing the new learned words, and do not just directly start using it into your one-to-one sessions or into your speaking test. You need to be very comfortable with it, because you need the physical fluency to pronounce the word correctly, to use it properly. You should not be stammering, or that word shouldn't come out in a very unsmooth way. It has to be very smooth when you're pronouncing the word too, because whoever is listening to you shouldn't be confused about what was that. Okay, there shouldn't be any clarity issues. So you have to make sure whatever you're saying is completely clear, and it has to be pronounced well as well. So learn it. Learn the different usages, learn the different places where it can be fitted, and practice it multiple times before you start using it. Okay, so step by step you will be getting used to it. And remember, the words that we have learned today are kind of like the words that can be put in multiple scenarios. Okay, and I personally believe these words are kind of like a word which can be used commonly. Okay, no matter which context you're dealing with, this can be fitted into all types of topics that we kind of like get for the examination. So try to find these different scenarios and try to use it there. Okay, so that's all for you guys from my end today. I hope all the points are clear to you. I'll be back next Wednesday the same time with a part 2 and part 3 discussion for you guys. Until then, take care and have a good day.